Don't forget to like and subscribe!
What is this place?
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world after all, as you well know.
You look quite exhausted.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this, and now, the time has finally arrived.
This is a rare opportunity for me as well. I should try to learn as much info from Carrie Bear as I can. Yeah. What exactly happened to you?
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the loom of fate.
Okay.
But, despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the loom of fate.
Oh.
I was merely used as a means for its construction.
So, like, you're the blueprint, not necessarily the final product.
In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion.
Oh, okay. Great.
The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the loom of fate.
Carrie Bear is dead. That's why he no longer exists outside of people's memories.
As for your question, the loom of fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Weaving ley lines, okay? So the device messes with ley lines?
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But, as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own.
Okay, that would mean the memories don't become... The implanted memories don't become, like, fake or imperfect anymore, right?
Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower-level ability to influence memories.
Okay, then what does it
But
gain?
it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
So that was the source of your ability to implant memories.
Yes. I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
So the memories that suddenly appeared in Dane's mind were implanted by Carrie Bear through the half-finished Loom of Fate. That makes sense, but I'm still lost as to why he went so far as to introduce himself to all the residents of Amara Village. But why did you implant memories of yourself into the people? Yeah. That's very specific.
I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life.
So that's why I would never have guessed. But is there any kind of meaning to this? Does only existing in people's memories really count as living? To him, it is. It does, I guess.
I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless?
Okay, great. So you can semi-remind too. Fantastic. Or just really good at personal psychology and shit like that.
But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago.
Yeah, when you change into Hilly Churl and off himself in-game.
Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old.
Yeah, we
My
saw.
consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
In the end, this all stems from the tragedy that occurred in Conria back then. Well, yeah, everything's tied to Conria. You know, everyone is looking for you, right?
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me.
Yeah, I don't know how you'd
If I
do
could
that.
exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me.
As I understand it, can't you just keep going back in the memories, or is that, like, not an option anymore? Even though you only appeared in their memories, your existence was a great comfort to them. They all believe you once lived among them.
I know.
Well, now that I found you, let's continue this conversation some other time. Dane might still need my help. Okay, so there was a choice between Loom of Fate and his backstory. I chose the Loom of Fate. I'm gonna YouTube the other section. Well, now that I found you, let's continue this conversation some other time.
Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean?
Yes.
No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Settled?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The
What?
Loom of Fate has already been completed.
Okay. Hey, yo, what? The Loom of Fate is already completed. That means the eye of the first field tiller must have fallen into the hands of the Abyss. Could something have happened to Dane?
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning.
How do you do that?
Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he?
You're telling us. We don't know.
His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the prince. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan.
But he never handed... Yeah, we never got the eye.
That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
Oh, that's what the little headache spasm things are for. That's... Okay, because when he was like, wait, Traveler, then he had like a headache thing. Then he was like, okay, let's go. What the... What? Wait, does that mean he gave Dane a false... Yeah, that's exactly what it means. You made him think that when...
Before you two entered that false location.
Absolutely, yep.
Traveler, wait.
So Carrie Bear is still a bad guy. You mother...
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
So when Dane froze up back then, it was because a false memory was being implemented in his mind. No wonder.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but
No, you're
I
not.
needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
Dude, you suck. So Dane had the eye this whole time until the Abyss Order took it away. I'm not sure there's anything we could have done. Now that the Loom of Fate is complete, what are you planning on doing? Yeah, because there's no point of killing him. 1, he's already dead. And 2, the damage is already done.
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you. But I truly have no idea what the prince is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved.
Your goal?
You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory.
Yeah.
After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest.
To do what?
To implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls.
Like all of the hilichurls we're talking?
In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us.
So the thing that caused the hilichurls to calm down back when Care Bear was Care Bear's story, yeah. So that was his goal. That was the only thing he wanted. Was to give peace to his people, to his Conrian people, because they are the hilichurls. We found that out forever ago. He had a device as powerful as the Loom of Fate at his disposal, and all he wanted to do with it was to offer hilichurls a moment of comfort and peace.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer.
Perhaps. I think it was very meaningful indeed. Yeah, I mean, you're bringing peace to your people.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
So he implanted the Dane's memory thing because he was ordered to, because he's part of the Abyss Order, which makes sense. But he also used that power to give hilichurls respite. Now, is it like permanent? Like, I know we're still gonna fight him in hilichurls in the world, right? But lore-wise, is this like a permanent thing, or are they gonna get angry as soon as he disappears? That's what I want to know.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time. Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too.
Jesus.
How about a conversation?
Holy shit, a conversation. This is huge. Okay. Yeah, what is your plan? What are you doing?
The chance
Where
to
have
just
you
stop
been?
and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I almost can't believe it's real. Yeah, same. This is insane.
That battle earlier was tough.
I bet.
The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years.
Jesus, how strong is this guy? What exactly are you planning? What are you going to do with the Loom of Fate? Yeah.
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time. Before the heavenly principles awaken.
The heavenly principles are still asleep? Look, don't freaking politician talk us. What is your plan? It might be not at full potential yet, which is fine. But what's the plan? What's the end game? Tell us.
Yes. For 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity.
That's why we can't find her. That makes sense. Or any trace, really.
Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes?
Right.
Such a flagrant disregard for the rules. And still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation.
That makes sense. Because after that cutscene, people were like, why isn't Celestia doing anything? Literally averted what they wanted, destroyed the throne, etc. Why didn't they retaliate? That's why. Because she is knocked out.
However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be. Or what might trigger it.
You really hate the Heavenly Principles, don't you?
You could say that.
I mean, we don't like her either. She's the one who separated us,
Just
right?
look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist?
The curse or whatever, right?
Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the Heavenly Principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Lumine?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that.
I say, speak, woman. You would cause me that. Well, you tell everybody that that's not your name.
There's so much I wanted to ask you. But for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now.
Come on, girly.
There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together. You told me. You wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
Oh, get over it, man. Let her join. God bless it.
What's going on?
The place is about to disappear.
This space has lost its tether.
Right.
I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious. If this is Care Bear's, like, consciousness and he's gone.
In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here.
Okay, so, okay. Wait. Wait! Does that mean Lumine doesn't know that Dainsleif gave out the eye? Oh, damn. Or this thing. Like, yeah, we have the Loom of Fate now. It's completed. She won't remember that either. That's brutal. Oh my god. And even if we did ask, like, hey, what happened in Kamiya, we wouldn't have remembered it. Wow, that's convenient. Hoyo-verse.
Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
That's brutal. That was a very much goodbye, Lumine, if I ever frickin' saw one. Holy shit, man. And we won't know that the Heavenly Principal is asleep. So much answers to hard questions.
Still so sleepy. Oh, Paimon.
Oh my god, Paimon's gonna keep talking even though I want to keep talking.
So Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here.
Okay, Paimon, shut it. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, all these heavy lore questions, I mean, we know as a player, fine, but Lumine doesn't know, and that's huge. That's ginormous for in-game lore, bro. If Lumine doesn't know about the Loom of Fate being completed, Hilly Churls are relaxed so much. Why? Why would you do that, Hoyo? Why? Oh my god. I still can't get over that she doesn't know that she will never know that the principals are sleeping. We might find that out later, but...
Oh,
dude.
And Dane came by just now? It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were alright and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya.
He never changes, does he? I'm having trouble thinking straight right now.
Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari Bear.
Okay.
He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And
correct.
After that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened.
Care Bear and I talked for a while. He told me about the Loom of Fate. Wait. Okay, I'll let it cook. Because Ether straight up told us we won't remember this, but we're remembering some things. Care Bear and I talked for a while. He told me about the Loom of Fate.
Wait, really? What a score!
Yeah, that's what I said. I guess our commission is complete then. The missing villager, the person who only existed in people's memories, was Care Bear all along. But now that he's gone, I'm not sure how to explain things to the village. Yeah, good luck.
Well, what happened after that?
After that, I can't seem to remember. Okay, so this is telling us that we remember everything Carrie Bear said. We just don't remember the Ether Lumine conversation. Maybe I'm just tired. I feel like something else happened, but why can't I remember? I'm not sure why, but it almost feels like I lost something.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram?
Yeah, I guess.
You sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers.
Okay, cool.
So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. They looked like quite a happy family, apparently.
Wait, what?
And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long.
Okay. So that's how Care Bear said his goodbyes. That was the last memory he gave them.
Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear.
Oh, okay, there goes.
Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
Yeah, no shit. That's a unique name. Make sure you remember it this time.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Seems like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now.
Yeah, because our explanation and won't cut it. Carrie Bear is gone. The Loom of Fate is now complete, and no one else will try to change the villager's memory.
Paimon wonders how Atos is doing. Maybe we should go check on her. If she hasn't remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk to her.
Off to the tree once again. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you.
You're
I was
welcome.
part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Kari Bear now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important.
Maybe he wanted you to forget him? I'm sure he wouldn't want you to forget him. Maybe
He
he wanted?
always seemed to appear out of nowhere, and now he left just as quickly. If Kari Bear wants me to forget about the time we spent together, then I'm willing to try. I relied on him for a lot of things, but I'm sure with enough time, even the deepest of attachments can fade.
They do.
Okay, I'll admit, I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I?
Oh my god. I don't think you two were together in the first place. Maybe you're just a crazy woman.
Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
I'm sure he had his reasons.
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Kari Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back. Goodbye.
Well, that should
Later,
be it,
I
right?
guess.
Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right. Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Kari Bear?
Yeah, but we can't remember, so... Right. What was it that happened? I can't remember. Feels like there's something in my pocket. Hey, yo, what?
A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
What is a picture of? Oh. What? You must get along with each other, the two of you. Interesting. Group photo from an unknown time. Yeah, that was wild. Holy shit. So, we got the reunion. Or a reunion, I should say. But Lumine can't remember it, which is screwed up, bro. I hate when they do that. They did that with frickin' Nahida and Rukkhadevata too. I hate, dude. Oh my goodness. That sucks. So, okay, now we have to assume that she remembers everything Care Bear said. But not anything what Ether said. And Ether said that the Heavenly Principles is sleeping. That is the main lore that he told Lumine. So that's not terrible, you know? I think that's, out of the whole big lore bombs that we just witnessed, that's probably the least impactful one to Lumine's perspective. Alright, and yeah, and we have to assume that she knows that Dane gave up the Eye of the First Field Tiller, right? I hope that she remembers that. I really do, because that'll be huge for Lumine to remember. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do the next time Dane comes around. I don't know. Well, until that happens, I'll see y'all in the next episode. Later.